Today we are going to study uh, chapter 9, that is living organism and their surrounding, where we have done like what do you mean by living things, living organism and non-living organism. So today we are going to study the characteristics of living organism in a basic details briefly, like they need food, respiration, stimulate to respond, etc. So let's discuss one by one. Food. So we can say that all the living organisms need food for their survival. All living things need food to stay alive. They also need air and water. Without food, air and water, living things will die. So suppose if I will not eat for longer duration, I will be not able to stand even. So maybe I will die. Non-living things do not need food, air and water. Now you can see in this picture like a cow is eating grass because he is a living organism and they need food for their survival, growth. So I can say like when you were in first class, your hand size, your leg size are so small as compared to right now. So, living organism can grow or grow. Young ones of all living things grow and become bigger in size with the passing time. So, once day by day, year by year, you can easily observe yourself like their size will increase. For example, like a seed grow and become a plant. Similarly, a baby grow and become adult. When living things grow, they become taller and bigger on their own. Non-living things do not grow. For example, if I am taking example of rocks, soil or bottles, their size will not change forever because they are non-living organisms. So you can see in this picture like a seed now grows to become a plant. Same as a baby will become an adult. Now next is respiration. So respiration, firstly we have to describe what you mean by respiration. Respiration is a chemical process in which food is taken by the organism combined with the oxygen to give us energy. So it is a chemical process. When the food is combined with oxygen, you will get energy. The living things undergo respiration to obtain energy from food. The purpose of breathing in air to provide oxygen to our body for carrying out respiration. So you can see in this picture like for respiration you need lungs, nostril, windpipe. Up now come to the point, what do you mean by stimulus to respond? Stimulus to respond, for example, like I have a child, मेरे पास एक बच्चा है, and when I will give you a big slap on her face or in his face, so what the baby will do? He may cry or may become angry. Why? So just when I give some slap on his or her face, that is called stimulus. And according to stimulus, he is responding like whipping and like crying or like anything. That is called response. So all living things respond according to stimuli. The response to stimulus means all things respond to change around them. The changes in surrounding to which the things respond are called stimulus. So the changes surrounding, जो भी changes दिखेगा उसके according respond to changes is called stimulus. And the living things show response to external stimuli such as heat, touch, sound, water and minerals. For example, like have you ever seen touch me not plants? When you touch them, their leaves become shrink. So this is example of stimulus when you touch them. Example, when you move towards a bird, the birds fly away from us. In this case, the fear stimulus and birds respond by moving away. So I can say कि stimulus होता है क्या है जब birds के हम पास जाते हैं. जाना is going towards the bird, that is called stimulus, and he may be fly, that is called respond. plants also respond to change around them. We can say that plant also respond to stimuli. The plant responds to stimuli such as touch, sunlight, gravity के वजह से, water, chemical, etc. The mimosa is the plant which is commonly known as sensitive plants or touch me not plant. So thank you for today. We will continue it tomorrow. Bye.